What's up, guys? Stephen Bogren here, Pro Physique. Today, I wanted to talk about being a fucking failure and how I've dealt with it. So hey guys, I know that that's kind of a weird way to start off a topic, but there's something that I think that a lot of people miss the point on when it comes to fitness goals, bodybuilding, powerlifting, whatever it might be, and how they deal with that, right? So obviously, I'm not the best, and anybody who knows me knows I'm actually pretty terrible at following other people on social media, right? There's a lot of people who I don't know who they are. I don't listen to their podcasts. I don't listen to their YouTubes. I'm kind of self-absorbed when it comes to that. I like people that put out good content that is relevant to me. I'm narcissistic and into myself. And it sounds bad, but if you're not putting out something that I can use, I don't care. And I think that that's fair because, right, we want to be relevant. So if you're not giving me something that's relevant, I'm not going to listen to you. At the very same, if I'm not giving you something that's relevant to you or useful for you, why the fuck would you listen to me? So I'm very selective. I don't have a lot of free time, and so that really plays into it. But I was listening to a couple of people that I like, right? So a little while back, Mark Lobler did a video on natural bodybuilding and is it dead? And of course, Paul did a video on natural bodybuilding and is it dead? And then I saw another video from somebody I respect also, Ryan Doris. Is natural bodybuilding dead? And you know what, man? I'll be honest, I don't get it. I'm a natural bodybuilder. Yeah, I'm in an off season. Yes, I'm trying to make improvements. Yes, I'm powerlifting and competing in that as a means to get better at bodybuilding, right? And so, as a bodybuilder, I'm a fucking loser, right? The best I've ever done was second. I took second place. That's the best I've ever finished. At my first show, I took dead last. At my second show, I tied for last, right? At my third show, I was third call-outs at a national level competition. So, yeah, a little bit better. But let's face it, I've been a fucking loser when it comes to bodybuilding. I have never won. Even in powerlifting, right? The best I've done is second. And I'll be honest with you, my powerlifting, career right now is fucking tough, right? So we've had a very tough block. We've had a lot of volume. I've been doing a lot of work. And I feel like a fucking loser. So I have a meet this weekend over in Clearwater. And I've been missing lifts. I've been failing on my first sets. And mentally, that's been a big thing for me. And so even though I feel like a fucking loser, because that's kind of the theme of it, right? That's not something new to me. And that's not something that makes me want to give up. So the funny thing that I found about bodybuilding and powerlifting and competition is that being a loser has only ever motivated me more to be better. I've been a loser through a lot of things in my life. I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out of high school my senior year. 12th grade, I dropped out. I was like, fuck this, I'm done. I didn't care. I wanted to play music and party and be a rock star. I was a loser. I lost at that point in my life. I gave up. And that's, I think, that it's a very technical difference, right? It's like, oh, you're splitting hairs. But I think that difference matters, right? So with bodybuilding, I haven't fucking stopped. I haven't given up. I'm going to continue until I'm successful. I'm going to continue putting in the hard work until I win. And with powerlifting, I'm going to continue until I'm successful. I'm going to continue putting in the hard work until I fucking win. And then, when I do win, I'm going to continue getting better because then I don't want to stay on that small stage. I want to go to the next thing, right? And so I understand very well that my focus has to be on the smaller platform right now. But eventually my long-term sights are on that larger platform. So one of the things that I realized with bodybuilding after a while was that my sights were set incorrectly when I started. I thought that I was going to go and be a pro, and I was a little dude. And this is the same thing with powerlifting, or really with any competition. Like, there are a few people that are naturally gifted and talented and have great genetics and work ethic, or have been doing something long enough to where they can go in and be successful. But for most of us, that is not the case. Go in, fucking do it anyways. But go in with the right goals. Start, I want to win a local show, all right? Or I want to place, then I want to go place at nationals, then I want to qualify, then I want to go to a national. Like, reasonable goals, realistic, right? But don't fucking quit. The real thing that's been heavily weighing on my mind lately, and one of the thoughts that came through my mind, my dog's drinking water. Lock. There you go, bud. And so something that actually went through my mind when I was training the other day was, fuck, I'm a fucking failure. Like, I'm not getting the work done, right? My coach has set this out for me, and for whatever the case is, I'm not able to make it happen. I'm a fucking failure. And one of the things that I realized is that I would much rather be a failure than a quitter. And so one of those things that I think a lot of people get disheartened with, and they take it to heart too much, and they make it into a bigger deal than it needs to be. Failing is okay. It is okay to fail. It's okay to not hit the mark every time and to miss, right? Because that's what we do. There are so many things that are out of our control. If you look at bodybuilding, like, we cannot control how long somebody else has been lifting. We can't control their genetics. We can't control where their muscles insert and originate. We can't control their leverages and how their body looks. Like, we don't have any control over that stuff. All we can do as bodybuilders or physique athletes is to bring the best possible package that we can bring. And the same with powerlifting, right? I can't control if somebody has better bench leverages than I do, or if somebody has better squat leverages than I do. And they can't control if I have a better deadlift leverage than they do, because that's about all I got. But those things are out of our control, right? So the best thing that I can do is to give my all to my training, to give my all to my whatever it is that I'm doing, and to really dedicate myself to those things and push and continue no matter what happens. I think that we are very outwardly based, right? So I'm always focused on what's going on outside of myself, whether that might be a trophy or a lift or something that's going on outside. Is exteriorly focused, right? Very rarely am I focused on the inside of myself and what's going on inside of me. And I think that that's where real progress happens, right? So not only when it comes to building muscle, right, because obviously that's inside the body, but mentally, the lessons that we learn from failure. And, it's one of those things that you can't put a price tag on failure. And nobody ever asks, like, oh man, you know what, I should totally fail. I should totally just go compete out of my league and do something and just be terrible. Like, nobody does that, right? But the truth of the matter is it's this humbling experience that teaches you so many lessons. Sometimes those lessons are important. So, the entire point of all of this today, guys, is to be okay with being a fucking failure once in a while. Be okay with failing, with losing, with not getting your way, with not having things go the right way for you, right? Be okay with that, because it is going to teach you so many things. It's going to make you so much better. No one I know who is successful has been successful all the time. Success is a lot of lessons learned from failure, right? It takes a lot of doing things the wrong way before you learn how to do them the right way. But if you don't give up and you learn and you're humble enough to take those experiences and to get better, you're only going to continue progressing. And then one day, once you progress and you continue to grow and grow and grow and get better and better and better, success is ensured. I know that I will be successful because I refuse to give up before I am. And when I am, I refuse to accept just that success. Be hungry. Take some time. You get your Chardonnay day, I think is what my friend called it. You get 24 hours to bitch and moan and complain, 24 hours to bitch and moan and complain, and then you move the fuck on, right? Take your day, learn, feel sorry for yourself a little bit, pick yourself back up and get going again. Because that is what successful people do. They fail and they keep going. Talk to you soon, guys.